Okay, we got this CB radio made by Pierce Simpson, SSB, Cheetah. This unit was untested, and there's not much to say about it. I didn't test it. I just listed it and fired it away, and it took about 2 months, roughly about 2 months to sell. So this is what we got out of it right there. And yeah, I just made the ad and just listed it. Very easy sale. So stuff like this you got to look out for. Broken stuff, again, untested broken stuff does sell. On to the next. Next we have this very interesting spoke shave. This is England. This is made in England. Francois. No, wrong. England. And yeah, there's no maker's mark. There is, but I can't read it. And yeah, nice little custom made finger shave. Pretty good money on that shave right there. I bought this I don't know, I've had this for a little while, but good money on it. So alright, on to the next. Alright, next item here is a number 14 Jacob's chuck. This is a machinist drill chuck. I'll show you up here, kind of mount to a machine, drill press, or a lathe. This is set up for a lathe, I'm pretty sure, because it has this particular kind of arbor on it. Let me go right here. $55.99. Good sale. Could have got more. Sold quick. Took a day. 1 day. Gone. If I had the key, probably could have got $10 more easy. But alright. On to the next. Alright, next item is a Alberchuck drill chuck. This is to a lathe or to a drill press. I would think this goes to a lathe. But it can serve any purpose. You could hook this up to all kinds of machines. Very nice. It's keyless. Very high end. I think this costs about $250 brand new. Right here we got $129.99 plus ship on that. It's a nice piece. Person will be happy with that. Obviously, got a theme going on with the chucks. That's just what I happen to have listed. They're pretty much one of the easiest things to list at a machinery. And condition goes upon whether or not this spins. So that's opening. That's got to open nice and fluid. And no rust. No rust is good. So yeah, good sale. Keep an eye out for them. Next we got this Cutco. It's the Butter Cutco. It's a good one. We'll probably have to go to a little cut clip of the story within this, if you don't mind a story. And well, this is what it's sold for right there. And here's the story. Here we go. So there was the pot, and then now I'll just talk about this particular knife. Let me toss this one down. Here we go. So this particular knife, I know I've had a decent past with this particular knife right here. Yeah, my mom watches these videos once in a while. She used to have a nice set of Cutcos, a whole set, this same particular set. And this is the particular knife that me and my younger brother would always play catch the knife with. So we'd stand about he'd be about, yeah, right there. And I'd be right here. And we'd literally play catch the knife. We'd throw it back and forth to each other like this, or over the head. Usually underhand like that. And yeah, this is just, this particular knife brings up a good past. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, don't play catch the knife unless if you're practicing to catch knives, I guess. But this would be a good starter one, because it's not, doesn't have a point. But, so, yeah, catch the knife by Cutco. Alright, here we go. We got a, this is a machinist drill bit set. They mainly call this an index set because of the app is the index on there to let you have the label of which bit it is. That way it's just good reference. Sorry. It's good reference to know which bit it is rather than having to normally you would, oh my god, dropping stuff everywhere. Hey, to have to look on the end of the bit to see that that's a 1/2 inch. Goes into that slot at a 1/2 inch. So it's a nice set. There's only a couple missing. And that's what we got for it right there. And what was that, $39.99? Yeah. Well, that's a good sale. This is in the machinist lot, so just another item going out the door. And we should have no problem getting to our outcome that we want to be at. On the next item is these are like a ceramic. They're like a ceramic. They're not super hollowed. They feel hollow when you like rub it, but I can't tell if it's hollowed. But you can tell it's like a glaze because of the cracking, and it's not porcelain. No, it's definitely not porcelain. So let me focus. So this set, I caught these. I picked these at a yard sale. I think he wanted 15 for them, but I bought them in a bulk lot of machinist tools, mainly his main tool chest. He actually let me into his garage, this one section of his garage that basically no one else was allowed to go in during the yard sale, which was nice. He could tell I was a picker and was pretty eager to get in there. He had some nice collectibles and stuff, and I can go to this cut clip to one nice item I found in there. But I'll cut clip after this particular sale. So yeah, I paid 15 for it. Overall, great sale. I had it listed at $99.99, sold $65 plus shipping, leaves it at about $100 even. So overall, nice sale. They were supposed to have, like, I'm thinking like a rake or like a hoe, some kind of like yard working tool, I would think, in their hands, but I couldn't find that item in his shed, garage, whatever you want to call it. So overall, a great item. I really liked these when I picked them. They just had a cool look, and I knew that somebody would want them. So when I took the picture of these, I put 2 books right here so that you could kind of see that it could be some bookends. And then I took another, I mean I could have, but I let them know that you could put them in front of your fireplace like that, which they could have been sold like that, or you could put them on your mantle. So I'm thinking fireplace right here be pretty nice. Enough about that item, but just giving you, you know, it's just a random ceramic, so keep your eye out on stuff like that. That's just odd and sort of one of a kind, I guess you could say. Both are not labeled, so I gave you more than enough information about this, I guess. Oh, there's the price. On to the next. Alright, so this next sale was kind of coincidental that this was the next day of the last sale that I just showed you. Both those two items came out of the same house, and this was actually the item that I was going to show you the day before, and now this sold the next day, which I bought this stuff like, I don't know, 3 months ago. So very coincidental that this was going, well, that this sold the next day, just randomly out of the same lot. So this is what we got for it here, and I'll show it to you. It's a nice set. Hopefully this box holds up, but overall a nice set. I'll probably have to individually wrap these, or just put like, just to make sure those don't get jostle into each other while shipping, because that'll ruin it a little bit. And yeah, overall good pick. I think I paid $30 for these, I think. So that's the sale on them, and yeah, good sale. Look out for high-end chisel sets. They can do really well. The next one. Alright, I always buy these right angle rulers, vintage ones. Always nice on the shelf, and they're very functional. Most people don't know that there is a center pin in there. And some of these center pins do about $20, $30, $40, depending who makes it. But this one, $15.99 plus ship. Overall good sale. I think I paid $1 for this, or if anything, it was just in a lot. I don't pay a lot for anything, so unless if it's nice. So yeah, good sale. Who makes this? I think this is a Union. Yeah, Union. Alright. Should find those, pay a buck or two for them. Sell better with the center pin. Less rust, the better. Alright. And we have this is off a Craftsman saw, table saw. It's a dado blade. This has like a dado adjustment plate. It's like a plate backer, and it's kind of hard to tell, but the backer makes it so you can get like a what is that, like a 2 degree, 2 to a 10, 0 to like a 10 degree cut at an angle. It's a nice little tool if you gotta make some really goofy cuts. That's what we sold it for, and find these all the time. Saw blades do good. Check out some comps, and maybe pay a buck or two for them, you know. Alright, on to the next. Alright, next is this Nielsen sprinkler that I left out for about 2 days, right, puppies? Oh yeah, we left that out for 2 days. Yeah, so 2 or 3 days to sell it. This is what it sold for, and got to clean it up a little bit and make sure it works again. Yeah, overall not a bad sale, and look up for them sprinklers. They do pretty good. What are you doing, Piper? Say hi, sweetie bee. Oh, say hi, sweetie bee. All right, next item is a 59.50 hat, Boston Red Sox, tan, white, brown, basic hat, no sticker, fitted, sold right there. This is a local sale, so this is going probably about 30 miles from here. So, good sale. I bought this in a lot. I don't really remember. I think this was in a video, haul video. So if you're interested, go back and watch that. But it was a pretty good haul. I think I spent $100 at that haul, and I think he had a brand new iPod Nano, and sold that pretty quick. So, yeah, good sale. Next. All right, next item, we have a Snap-on like mixed set, like a mixed lot that I made. It's just a bunch of little different Snap-on wrenches that I found. This one's a Bonnie. And then a couple Snap-on punches. And us shaking it, see if anything was in there. And a Snap-on socket set case. Not that great of a sale. Some would say, oh, Snap-on's great. I mean, I should have probably listed this separately. Probably would have sold faster. But this is a really nice wrench. Crescent wrench. And yeah, this usually sells for 10, 15, 20 bucks. I don't know. I had it listed at 35 before, and I kept tanking the price down to this much. And I guess I just wanted to get rid of it. I could have just took it offline and put it in the flea market inventory. It's probably what should have happened. So I got to keep an eye out for that, because I could have sold these at the flea for, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, would have been close. I would have been only making about another $5 tops. So yeah, overall, crappy sale. But on to the next. Next sale is another one of these 59.50 hats. This was bought the next day, Sunday. So same buyer that bought the other hat. I sent him a message and asked him if he collected hats. He said yeah. So I sent him over a couple pics of a couple other hats. This one here. He said he was interested in this one, so I told him to just make up a price, and I'll sell it to him for whatever he wants to pay. And I didn't really overly like this hat, but I told him I'd give him this one for free. So that's included, because I didn't want to double dip him on the shipping. Kind of wanted to take care of him. So again, right here, that's what we got on the sale, and not too bad. Just wanted to take care of the customer a little bit. It's got some nice embossment on there, some nice stitching. On to the next. Next we have this N64
Paper Mario box. It's just a box. This ain't going too far. I think this is going 2 states away. So I usually double box these. So I'll put a box around this, and then I'll put another box around it. It still stays under the 14 ounces. Usually every time. And that's just that added protection, because I mean, I'm just selling this box to a collector. So he values every little ding and corner. Ding on each corner to this, and the folds, and everything. He's very particular. I already know how this buyer is, so I always do that. Overprotect these, because you don't want it overly jostled around. So I'll keep the first box tight, and then the other one's just another added protection with a little bit of barrier, so that if avoids crushing. You don't want that crushed, because there's the price on that box. Again, just the box and the manual, and the contents inside. Always look for your N64 boxes. I can't stress that enough. Yeah, I guess on to a story. Story time. Alright, so here's the story. I told the story and I swore in it, and I couldn't do that. So, alright, so here's the story. My brother-in-law sends me these pictures last minute and says, hey, you need to check out this pictures in the estate sale. So, pictures only had 40 pictures in it. I get down to the last 5 pictures of the sale, because I'm like, all this stuff's junk. Get down to the last 5 pictures of the sale. Boom. All video games, TurboGrafx stuff, up the yin-yang. So within the lot, there was 30 games, pretty high-end games, not too many shitters, and consoles up the yin-yang. There was Game Boy stuff, N64 stuff, PlayStation 1 stuff, every console you could think of. Very avid video gamer. So I go there, I stay up all night from 6 at night till the sale started at 9. And there was like nobody there. Like, I mean, this number 3 showed up at like 2 in the morning. And then after he left, I think number 4 showed up at 4 or 5 in the morning. Yeah, wicked lame. I was there at 6 at night to get this lot. There was people across the country trying to buy this lot. And the estate sale company said that they had to sell it within the house, within that sale. You had to be there. So I'm already secured at number 1. I get in the house, I grab that stuff, I pay up. They wanted $1,000 for it. I offered $990, and they took it, though they didn't want to. But I had to haggle them. So I haggled them down to $10. And I think that's all I had. I had no more money for expenditure. My brother was number 2, and he went and got the N64 stuff. He did really good on that, and could have did better. And there's another story pertaining to that. And I'll drop that in another video eventually. So look out for that story. It'll be story of the Bomberman box. So after that, I get my lot, and I just go home and I start crunching the numbers on it, and I'm like, man, I'm missing the controller. Like, there was no controller in the whole lot. So I'm like, oh, it was a 2-day sale, so I'm like, I gotta go back and get this controller. So I go back and I make another pile inside the house. I managed to scrounge up some more money. So I make a pile inside the house. I think the pile was $200. And I got the controller. And my pile consisted of like some pretty good stuff. I mean, it was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good second day pile. I was very surprised that there was some stuff they had left over, and nobody found that turbo controller. So It's kind of a long story. It is what it is. I tell long stories. So after that, I go in to check out, and I'm paying him, and he's like, "Hey, you want all these video game boxes? We were gonna throw them away, with all the books after the sale. But since you bought all the books, and I mean, you might as well take the video game boxes since you bought all those video games yesterday." And I'm like, "Sure." So he pulls out the boxes, and it's a pretty big box full of empty boxes to the turbo stuff, all top tier, high end games. There was 60 empty boxes, all with the manuals, the plastic sleeves, the, not crushed either, like very good condition, like clean edges, like very very nice. Same thing, there was another box of N64 boxes, which pertains to the story of the Bomberman box. And so I gave those boxes to my brother-in-law, regardless of, what was in there. Those were his. I was trying to grind a couple out at the flea market too for him. And, yeah, we'll just get to that story later. It's at another point. That's another long story. So he gives me the boxes. So I got 60 empty turbo boxes. I get home, even though I already knew what I was looking at. And, yeah, it was like, I think I crunched them out at like $3 or $4 just the boxes. And, got rid of them. Like 2 weeks. Gone. After that, I always look for the empty boxes to the video games. I always ask for them. This empty box here came from a lot that I bought, and I didn't. And I didn't. I didn't log the video of this lot, but it was a good lot. So look out for that stuff. A lot of money in empty boxes, a lot of money in turbo stuff, a lot of money in N64 stuff. Watch out for that stuff. All right. Peace.